During yesterday's Asia session, I took a long at 7:50 p.m. Eastern timing, and I held it all the way to 10:21 a.m. the next morning. This was about a 14-hour trade, and I completely just held my position. And I definitely had a stop loss, so I'm going to get into that. So initially, to start the session, we opened at 6 a.m. right here, and we created this big new day opening gap. However, I expected it to stay open just due to like the bullish nature of this reversal down here after sweeping sell side liquidity in the AM session. And speaking of the AM session, I did stream it live, and I made $590 trading it. And I'm trading micro Nasdaq, by the way. So let's get back into this. We created the new day opening gap. We had an inverse fair value gap. We also made a breakaway gap. And this is where I took the entry. We had a busy buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency right here that we created on the 1 minute. So I had a limit order set for 5 micros as soon as we enter that busy, and there is the execution. I put my stop loss at the bottom wick of this fair value gap because I expected this fair value gap to remain open. So stop loss at this bottom wick. We start to displace higher, we come lower, very close to my stop loss, then we displace higher. Then I've moved my stop loss right here, right where this wick was. To the point, we almost stopped me out right here. And I explained this like 100 times on stream as well. How we're just tapping into the equilibrium of this fair value gap, leaving it open, which still seems to me is very bullish, and that I'm expecting manipulation because that's just characteristic of the Asia and London sessions. So as I'm holding this trade and we almost stop it out, there's a viewer in my chat that exits his position as he's afraid to be stopped out. And it kind of shows that you must be disciplined, you must adhere to your stop losses because you never know when price is going to reverse. Although like we do have signs from ICT trading, which is what I'm trying to use here. And we kind of consolidate within this fair value gap that I have extended over here, which was my original entry. And then we displace higher and we finally take this high, and that kind of shows me that we're going to continue. So as we're doing that, right, I have another re-entry of 2 micros on this downward movement, and it was kind of a bad re-entry. It was kind of a greedy one, but as we're moving higher now, I set my stop loss to these equal lows right here because I wouldn't want us to manipulate them. And I'm oversimplifying the trade, but I was really on stream for 5 hours just watching this unfold, and it was probably one of my craziest trades. But either way, at one point I just stopped annotating my chart because I just realized okay, we'll see what happens. We have the midnight open right here at 12 a.m. I extend that across my chart, and we just consolidate within that midnight open. I actually go to sleep at around 2 a.m. And I ended stream at 1 a.m. But we actually have equal lows right here where my entry is and my stop loss. My entry is extended over there because I added to the position. My stop loss is here. Boom. To the point we almost stopped me out as well. So it's just an insane trade overall. And I've had this on my chart since the beginning of the session. Thanksgiving longs, thank you Nasdaq. I feel like that was like my lucky charm that kind of kept me in the trade the whole time. So either way, we then, I'm not even going to annotate all this because it's just chop, and it's just slowly rushing towards my take profit. And then finally, and I'm going to discuss why I had my take profit where I had it. But the reason is because we have a 5-minute fair value gap, right? But I don't really see anything of importance in that 5-minute fair value gap. That doesn't really mean we should reverse just because we tapped into that. Although we almost did, actually. Almost stopped me out too, which is insane. And you can see I have a 749 profit, and I locked myself out of my account for the time being. Basically, we have this high right here that's inside the new week opening gap that we formed on Sunday at 6 p.m., right? That's the new week opening gap. It's a huge one too. And not only do we have liquidity within the new week opening gap, we have a 15-minute fair value gap right here that I really want to see price tap into because of its nature of, signifying like such a strong reversal. If we're able to reach there, then I feel like it looks more confident to like go towards these highs and all these equal highs, which I'm looking forward to on Friday. So yeah, and right now I'm recording this video Thursday morning, Thanksgiving morning. So yeah, basically we end up reaching my take profit flawlessly. Well, actually full of flaws, but this was an amazing Thanksgiving trade, and I'm super grateful, right, for Thanksgiving and the fact that Nasdaq gives me an opportunity to trade. The stream last night was amazing. We had 573 people tune in at different times, obviously, but the most concurrent viewers was 24. We had an amazing conversation. At one point, it like turned into like a whole philosophy conversation, and definitely I displayed a good level of discipline. I feel like it was a good model to use as discipline. I discussed fear and greed. I also discussed why you should not chase price. I also discussed why you should stick to your stop loss, as a lot of people were texting me and even telling me in the chat to exit my position and that it's Asia session and so you're just gonna get chopped around. But no, I held through all the chop, and I literally just set a break even stop loss and went to sleep. That's all I did. I didn't do any work really. I did the stream and just talked on camera for a couple, like 5 hours, but apart from that, there's really nothing else to the trade. And boom, exited flawlessly on my take profit, plus 750. And yeah, this is a great way to end. Like I'd be satisfied ending the week like this, especially considering the fact that it is Thanksgiving today, and I'm not going to be trading today. I already locked myself out. I might be trading the Asia session, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to everyone who tuned into the stream, and make sure to catch future streams, because I make calls like this. I walk through price and I discuss a lot of topics related to trading and other, general life related things. And we're growing the channel pretty fast. I'm at 157 subs right now. Last week I was at around 30. It's going crazy. This is like 1,000% growth, and watch hours are coming in. Definitely trying to keep you guys entertained with these trades. And at the end of the day, entertainment's not the goal, it's discipline. So yeah, almost got stopped out several times right here and right here. And it was just altogether a crazy trade. You see my executions though. 80 points, or 75 points technically, on Thanksgiving. Many people don't trade it, but I decided to, and I don't regret it at all. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.